welcome back to my channel. My name is Benny. In today's video, I am going to do a 24 hours challenge where I read for 24 hours straight, I hope. I've tried to do this challenge about like 5 times. I keep planning it and I keep failing every single time. What I'm going to do in order to succeed, not restricting myself, not even from my February TBR, I want to get through some of it because I literally read 1.5 books and we are at February 19th. So I'm not doing too good this month. That is where I'm going to look for books. But if I'm not feeling any of the books, I'm going to go in my physical TBR or even my Kindle. I'm not restricting myself with whatever book I want to read. I'm going to read it. Then if I feel that the book is not giving what it's supposed to give and I'm not feeling what I'm supposed to feel, I am going to put it aside. I'm not going to DNF it forever, but in order for me to succeed in this challenge, I need to put it aside and have a book that is going to make me obsessed with the book in order for me to keep reading, because that is the only way that I can succeed with this challenge. So with that being said, I have to pick my first book because I am currently halfway through Normal People, and as much as I am loving it and I'm like literally annotating the entire book, I'm going to talk about it in my monthly wrap up, but I don't think that it's a binge book. I feel like that is a book that you need to have time because it's pretty like heavy and personal, and I don't think that's the best book for this challenge. So I need to pick a new book. I already know kind of like what book I want to read, but whatever, let's make it for the video. If you're new and you've never met my cat, this is one of the 2 cats that I have. This is Draco. You can't really see him because he's black, but I bought both of them. This like, or dinosaur, I don't know, like a little bad, and they're loving it and it makes me so happy. I don't know why, because usually cats don't ever use the beds that you buy them, but they're using them, so that's fun. So in the first shelf, I have Happy Place, Book Lovers, Powerless, A Dance of Thieves, Magnolia Parks, and The Wishing Game. And then down here I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Reckless, which is the 4th book in the Chestnut Spring series, and this is the 3rd, so I have to read this first. Then I have Fireborn, Assassin's Apprentice, House of Salt and Sorrows, Killer Instinct, the 2nd book in the Natural series. And then I have Little Women, The Library of the Dead, Nightingale, People We Meet on Vacation, Daughter of the Siren Queen, Caraval, and Beach Read. Down here I have the entire Harry Potter books. I also have The Ballad of Never After, and then I have Two Twisted Crowns, which is the 2nd book in the Shepherd King series. Duology is a duology, which it could also be an option because I love the 1st book and the 2nd. What? Which it could be an option because I love the 1st book. But I think because I want to read it, and I've been wanting to read it for so long since I got it, I'm going to start with Daughter of the Siren Queen, which is the 2nd book in Daughter of the Pirate King series, and it is really fast-paced, really easy to read, and I also love the 1st one, so I'm excited to get into this one. This is the 1st book, and now we're going to put my timer. Look at my pretty friend's case. I love it. And I also got this thing, which I have to hang it up. You don't care about this thing. Also, my phone is at 5%, so. See, this is the last challenge that I did. I read for 7 hours and then gave up because I'm an idiot. I'm going to start it. The reason why I love series so much, when you finish the book and a lot of time passes, I think like couple weeks or maybe even a month passed from when I read the 1st book, and then you pick up the 2nd one and you just like dive in the world again and you meet the characters again. It's just like the best feel of comfort ever. I love that feeling, and I love series so much, especially fantasy series. Like standalones are cool and whatever, but series are just amazing because you connect so much to the world and to the characters. here. Oh my god. We're 1 hour and 9 minutes in, and I am currently 42 pages in, which is not a lot. But so far, I love this book. I love the series. It's like a confirmation. I love the main character. I really love the writing of this author, Trisha Levenseller. I want to read more of her books because she has a way to like draw you in that very few authors have. I don't know how she does it, but like the minute that I start with one word, I'm already in the story. This is a playlist I'm listening to, and it's actually been really good. Every time that I did this challenge, I started with a book that I was not into, and this one I'm actually into, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. But I'm going to update you when we reach the second hour or whenever I want to update you. So okay. I don't know when was the last time that I talked to you, but it's currently midnight and I'm only 5 hours into the challenge. I started this challenge pretty late. I was listening to a book because I had dinner, then I took a body shower. I was listening to the fine print. I'm currently at chapter 4 and I made myself a black coffee. It's pretty strong because I need to stay up. And I am at page 176. I'm gonna keep going with this one now. I was listening to the fine print, which if I want to keep reading it, I also have it as Kindle Unlimited eventually when I finish reading this one. And I'm going to keep reading The Daughter of the Siren Queen. I don't know when is the last time that I talked about this book, but I'm really liking it. We have, I think, other 4 hours into this book. Start the challenge again, and I'll update you later. Into the challenge. It's also 3 a.m. I'm tired. I'm not giving up just yet. I'm gonna pick my next book. And I really want to try to reach 10 hours. I'm gonna make it bold try. And I know exactly the book that I want to choose. And that is Powerless by Elsie Silver. I think it's the perfect book to read when I'm tired because it's very fast-paced, pretty addicting. But I think this is going to be a bad idea. I don't have it yet, but I'm gonna get it on my Kindle because I feel like I read faster. So for a little bit more. We'll see where that goes. I'll go to sleep. I will finish this. I'm gonna end this at 7 p.m. But let's say I go to sleep right now. Just bear with me. Go to sleep now. And I wake up around 9 and 1 a.m. Maybe I should not go to sleep. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna get powerless on my Kindle. I'm gonna start reading this and I'll update you if I ever get tired and I wanna go to sleep. I'm actually really excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for a long time. I mean, since I finished the second one series. I've talked about it multiple times. Let's do it. It's the next day. I might have a problem. This morning I woke up and I decided to keep going with the fine print. I've been like back and forth listening to it and reading on my Kindle because it's Kindle Unlimited, and I am 68% into the book. And as for the challenge, I'm almost 12 hours into it. So the only thing is that right now I need to do something really important, like manage some documents and stuff. So I'm going to the post office. I'm going to be listening to the audiobook and I'm going to stop whenever I'm not listening to it, but I have to do it and then I'm going to come back home. I'm going to read for the rest of it. And I also showered, washed my hair, did my makeup, and in the meantime I also listened to it. So for the most part, I'm listening to this book and I'm really liking it. I mean, it's not like a 5 stars whatsoever, not even close, honestly, but it's like a cutesy romance, I would say. The only thing is that Grumpy Sunshine is always the same story over and over again. I used to love it a lot. I need something fresh. Like usually with romance, like Grumpy Sunshine, it's one of the tropes that I like the most, but at this right moment, I'm not loving it. I mean, it's not that I'm not loving it, it's just like I feel like it's always repeating itself no matter what book you read. So I wanted to talk about, let me grab it. But I wanted to talk about Daughter of the Siren Queen, which is the book that I finished yesterday, and I realized that I didn't talk about it. So I gave it, I think like a 4.5 stars. I don't know if it's going to get lower than that. I really liked it, obviously. I mean, I feel like this is one of my favorite fantasy YA books series, sorry. Not a 5 star simply because I wanted something more on an aspect of a plot, like the treasure hunting, and I feel like we didn't really get that. And I was really curious and I really thought that we would get it, but didn't. So, and I feel like there's a lot of things happening and not enough descriptions. I feel like it was kind of rushed. I've been to 100 pages more, or maybe like split into books at the same time. Overall, like, it's a really good book and I really love the main character, and even the romance is really cute. Also the side characters are really fun. There's like an aspect of found family, which I love in books, but I'm happy that I read it. So I thought it was a trilogy. I found out that it's actually a duology. The other book that I was thinking about that I thought it was the third book, it's about another characters that we meet in those books, but it's not about Aloza and Raiden, I don't know how to pronounce his name. So it's kind of sad because I wanted more of the story, but whatever. With that being said, as I said, I started The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I have 2 hours and 7 minutes left of the audiobook, so we're gonna see like how that's going to turn out. I finish it while I'm out, or maybe not. I don't think it's going to take a long time, honestly, to do whatever I have to do. So I'm going to talk to you when I get back and see where I'm at with the challenge and the book. I'm back. So it's currently almost 6 and I have 25 minutes left of the final print. I have 13 hours and 40 minutes into the challenge. So it's gonna be a long night because I thought that it was going to be quick. I don't know why, but the post office has to make everything complicated and I hate the post office. It took me a long ass time to do what I had to do. I almost finished the second book, so I'm gonna finish that and then I'm going to see what book I'm going to read, even though like I started thinking about it a little bit. I think I have an idea of what I want to read, but we'll see. I'm going to update you when I'm done with the book. We're back. So I finished the final print and oh, let me stop the timer just 1 second. And I'm currently at 14 hours and 25 minutes, 8:40. And I have 10 hours to finish the challenge. So I'm going to bed at 6 a.m. But I think I need a little like dark story. So I was thinking, because I also have Powerless, which I really want to read this month. But since I read the final print, I kind of need something in between. So since I have 10 hours, so I think I'm going to start it anyways. I'm going to start Powerless anyways. I think I am going to go with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I wanted to read this book for so long and I think it's time. I think it's like one of those books that you can binge and you don't want to stop reading. So I think it's the best book as of right now. I have 10 hours, you guys. I don't think I'm ever going to do this challenge again. Just being honest. Let's start with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I blacked out. I don't know. I feel like I just don't remember anything. Anyways, hell, I fell asleep. I remember that I was like at hour 19th because right now my timer is up. I'm at 23 hours, but I have not read for 23 hours. I read for 19 hours. don't remember where I was in the story, so I need to figure that out. At this point, I think I'm just going to count. So 23, wait a minute. So I have to read for 3 hours basically, and then I'm going to keep going with this, with the timer. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I just woke up and I'm a little like, and I don't even have my glasses on, so I can't really see myself in the viewfinder. I kind of can't see anything right now, and I feel so like out of it. And my cat's just driving me crazy right now because they want to get out, but like, I'm filming. Hello? I'm filming. Can you stop it for 1 second? Let me make myself a coffee, start reading for 3 hours, because maybe I can count it on my Apple Watch so that it's different. As a final hour, I'm going to count it on my phone because I fucked it up. Okay. Oh my god, you're driving me crazy. Okay. Camera died and it didn't save the file of me finishing A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So let me explain it again. I love when that happens. Currently have, from the 3 hours timer, I have 56 minutes, and then I have an hour officially to reach 24 hours of reading. And I just want to say that I said in the other clip that I'm really confused. I'm really confused as of why this is a series. I don't know if there's like going to be another case, because this seems like it's covered, like it's finished. So I don't really get it. I really liked it, even though I have one complaint. If you're an animal lover, I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you're an animal lover, there's something in here that it was a bit too much, and I don't think it was necessary, and I don't know why Miss Holly Jackson had to write it. I don't get it. Like, that was painful, and I don't like you for that. Okay, I'm going to give it a 4.5 stars, and I honestly cannot wait to read the other books because I'm really curious now what's going to happen. This challenge has been good to me because I had some good reads. I mean, I've read 3 books, so now I have 2 hours for the other book. I kind of want a fantasy. Like, I really want to read Powerless, but I'm not in the mood for this, and I want to really enjoy it, and I know that I will because I love the Chestnut Spring series. But I have a feeling that I want to start Caraval, even though I already read Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I have to read the second and third book, but I don't know why I kind of want to read Caraval. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to start Caraval, and I'm going to have lunch. I mean, at this point, I'm just going to stop the timer because I've stopped it so many times. We can all agree that I failed this challenge. I'm still reading for 24 hours, okay? It's not straight, but it's still 24 hours. I tried. It's just impossible. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know people who succeed in this. I don't know how you do it. I cannot do it. I don't have the mental capacity to read for 24 hours straight.
If you're heading for the coast, hearing voices up ahead you, who am I to let you go? You're a wrecking ball. Can you kiss me slowly?
and I'm at page 53 of Caraval, and so far I'm already loving it. I think like Stephanie Garber has such a unique way to write things. It's like her stories in general and like the magic systems that she creates in the world that she builds are like nothing I've ever read and ever thought about. Like when you read other fantasies, or at least like the fantasies that I've read so far, they're like inspired by something, or like they have something of other stories that I've read before. But like Caraval, I mean, so far, what I've read so far, and even like Once Upon a Broken Heart, it's so unique and so particular, like the details and the world building that she puts in. It's absolutely incredible that you just like dive deep into the story and you don't even realize that you're reading. Like, and it's the start of a new series, so it's like a new thing, and I don't know like how she does it, but I really love her writing. I mean, she's becoming one of my favorite writers ever, and I just love her books. So let's start the last hour of this challenge, and I'm gonna press start.
If you're heading for the coast, hearing voices up ahead you, who am I to let you go? You're a wrecking ball. Can you kiss slowly? We can turn the headlights off. All our friends and all their voices falling silent in the car. And do you remember the fog's lifting? Tigers on trains, watching you go. Head in the glass, fog in the windows, and you're never gonna come back. Not much for you here. You're never gonna come back. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright.
I'm done with the challenge, guys. Finally, I made it. I cannot believe that I did it, because I legit tried so many times to film this video and couldn't do it. This time, I really wanted to make it happen, even though, and I might not have for 24 hours straight, but still, I'm really happy the fact that I did it all and didn't give up. So I honestly don't know how people read for 24 hours straight. Like, I cannot do it personally. Reading for 24 hours straight, that is like torture. I don't know how people do it, honestly. Like, I am so confused and you are better than I will ever be, and congrats to you, but I can't do it. I'm really happy with the books. I'm actually very pleased. Like, I liked every single book that I read. Let's have a little recap of every book that I read in this challenge. First book that I read is Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. Finished the series. I'm really happy. I thought there were going to be 3 books, but I actually realized that that is just a spin-off of another character and not the sequel of this. It's not the 3rd book of the series, which I'm really sad about. I would love to read more about those characters, but I give it a 4 stars because I absolutely love the world. The only other book that I read about pirates is Fable, and I absolutely hated that. I actually DNF'd like 100 pages left. I just could not do it. Then I read Daughter of the Pirate King, and I was really happy that I really liked it. And then now I read Daughter of the Siren Queen. I'm going to be honest, I liked the first book better than the second one. I feel like there was some parts of this book that could have been explained explained a little bit better, and I felt like they were a bit rushed. They were kind of like too straight to the point that I felt like, oh, well, that happened, okay, let's move on, you know, like it wasn't explained as much. The pacing is amazing because everything is happening. I feel like this book could have been at least 200 pages more, but overall I really like it. I love the main character. My favorite female character I ever read, Alosa. It's such a girl boss. She's literally the captain of her own ship. She's strong, she knows how to fight, she knows how to lead, and the main guy is so cute. I love him. He's so sweet, so supportive, such a sweet guy, and I really enjoyed it. And also the found family is amazing. I love that most of the characters in this books are women, but I really liked it, so highly recommend it. The second book that I read, actually listened to for the most part, is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I don't have the physical copy because I read it on my Kindle, but I did order it because I'm actually pleasantly surprised about this book. That I didn't know that I was going to like it, but I gave it a 3.5, and for me 3.5 is a good rating. It's not bad at all. I rarely give 5 stars. Like I think I can count my 5 stars in the palm of my hand because I literally never give 5 stars. So 3.5 is a really good rating for me, and I really liked it. The only complaint that I have, but I don't think it is the fault of the book, it's just that it is grumpy sunshine trope. And I usually read a lot of grumpy sunshine because that's my favorite trope in romance. I feel like it is the kind of equivalent of enemies to lovers in fantasy for me, and it was done really good. It's just that it is a little bit repetitive at this point, and I need to switch a little bit, refresh my taste. I really like the setting. I never read a romance where the main guy is a billionaire, so that was really interesting. I literally lost all hope in my dating status when they had the date in New York. That set an expectations for me that I don't even know. Like honestly, just like give up on dating at this point because it's never going to happen. But I really enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me of By a Thread by Lucy Score. If you read this one and you have not read By a Thread, I highly recommend it, or vice versa. One thing that I would say, if you want to listen to it, when you are like about probably like 60% in, don't listen it on the street, because literally the spicy parts, I was going to the post office and I was listening to it, and there were like so many people around, and I was like it was so graphic, and I'm not complaining, it was cool, but it was just like I'm literally walking to the post office and those guys are doing it. Okay, the third book that I read is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and oh my god, what a roller coaster of emotions. I was reading it literally like a 2 a.m. last night. I was spooked out so much. I love Brady, I love Pippa, I love the dynamic that they have, and I'm really curious to where the other books are going to go. I'm really excited to read the other ones. I'm very intrigued. Then the other book that I'm currently reading, I'm exactly 108 pages in, and chapter 12 is none other than Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This, I think, maybe, I don't know where it's going to go, but it could be a 5 stars. Stephanie Garber, she is my mother. She doesn't know that, but she is my mother. I absolutely love that woman. This is the second book that I read from her, but for some reason I'm emotionally attached to that woman. I don't know why, but I just love her writing. Like, it's so lyrical, so poetic, and she just has a way to drag you into the story and like make you forget that you're reading. Like it's crazy, because I felt that when I read Once Upon a Broken Heart, and then now I'm reading Caraval, and like the world building of this book is absolutely insane. And I'm reading it like pretty slow, like not really slow, because I want to grasp every single thing. The same thing happened with Once Upon a Broken Heart. I originally wanted to listen to it because I was like, it is like a dark fairy tale, I'm not gonna like it, whatever. But then I kind of dived into it and I could not listen to it because I did not want to get distracted. Like, I wanted to read every single word this woman wrote. And same thing is happening with Caraval. I don't know what is happening, I don't know how she does it, but like her writing is absolutely insane. I started annotating it a little bit, like I don't have a lot of tabs, but I'm starting, so that's a good sign of a 5 stars. We spent 24 hours together, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun. That was hard. I don't know how people do it. congrats to you. I feel really accomplished and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Like, I'm literally so excited to start editing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I will see you in my next video. If you want, all my social media will be linked down below if you want to follow me there. I'm going to try to be a little bit more active in my social media. Follow me there, subscribe, like this video if you liked it. I will see you in my next video. Bye!